You are only one small step away from being an astronaut. All it takes is for gravity to disappear. Without gravity, you'd weigh nothing. No more feeling the ground beneath your feet or the air pushing against your skin. You'd drift away into outer space, joining the planets and stars up there. But wait, don't get too excited just yet. Without gravity, you'd probably die pretty quickly. The human body needs gravity to function. Without it, your heart would stop working and your lungs would collapse. Galaxies would fall apart, and the cosmic web of matter would unravel. But here's the weirdest part. Without gravity, the universe couldn't have formed in the first place. You see, gravity is one of the four fundamental forces of nature. Along with electromagnetism, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force, these forces govern how particles interact with each other. Without gravity, the universe would be a very different place. Gravity is everywhere. It's all around us. It keeps us grounded and connected to the Earth. But it's also out there in the vastness of space, holding galaxies together and giving structure to the universe. Without gravity, we wouldn't be here. Our very existence depends on it, so you wouldn't last long in outer space. But what about our planet? What would happen to it if gravity suddenly disappeared? Let us marvel at the fact that we can stand on the Earth and look up at the stars, knowing that gravity is what keeps us from floating away. Let us appreciate the fact that we can walk on the moon and feel its weaker gravity pull us towards it. Let us celebrate the fact that we live in a universe where gravity allows for the formation of stars, planets, and galaxies. Let's be grateful for gravity. Gravity caused matter to clump together, forming the first stars and galaxies. It kept those clumps together and gave structure to the universe. What exactly is gravity? For centuries, scientists struggled to understand this mysterious force. The more massive an object, the more it warps space-time. So the Earth warps space-time more than the moon does, which is why you're pulled towards the Earth and not the moon. But it's not just mass that warps space-time. Energy does it too. That's why the space-time around a black hole is warped so much. Black holes are incredibly dense, meaning they pack a lot of mass into a small space. They warp space-time so much that not even light can escape their grasp. They knew it existed, but they didn't know how or why. Then came Albert Einstein with his theory of general relativity. He changed the way we think about gravity. Instead of thinking of it as a force, Einstein said that gravity is a curvature in space-time caused by massive objects. The Earth isn't pulling you towards it. It's warping the space-time around it. And you're simply following the curvature of space-time. Without gravity, there would be no large-scale structure to the universe. There would be no stars, no galaxies, no planets, not even any black holes. The only things that would exist are elementary particles. So if gravity disappeared, the universe as we know it would cease to exist. To answer that question, we have to look at what happens when gravity disappears altogether. When you walk next to someone, you feel a force pulling you towards them. It's gravity. Every object in the universe has gravity, but only objects with mass do. So technically, everything with mass has an invisible force field around it. The ground beneath your feet would crumble and turn into dust. You'd be blown away into outer space. Everything in the solar system would start flying off in random directions. Comets and asteroids would continue hurtling through space towards planets that no longer had enough gravity to hold them in orbit. Eventually, the solar system would break apart and all the planets would fly off into the darkness of space. And the bigger the object, the bigger its gravitational field. This is why the Earth pulls you towards it and keeps you from drifting off into space. Its gravity keeps the oceans, lakes, and rivers from boiling away into the sky. Even the moon's gravity, even though it's much smaller than the Earth, still manages to pull the tides towards it. But here's the kicker. While all this is happening, the Earth and the moon are also being pulled towards each other. They're both orbiting around a common center of mass. The Earth gets pulled closer to the moon during the day and further away during the night. It might seem like we're in control of gravity, like we're the ones calling the shots, but we're not. Gravity doesn't care about us or our feelings. It's just doing what it's been doing since the beginning of time. Now, let's say gravity disappeared completely. The Earth would keep moving forward because of inertia, but without gravity holding it together, it would fall apart. And that's just the beginning. The whole universe would be affected if gravity disappeared. When the universe was created after the Big Bang, Everything was hot and dense. But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. But what causes this curvature? According to Einstein, it's the mass of the object. So the next time you feel the ground beneath your feet or the air pushing against your skin, remember that you're experiencing the curvature of space-time caused by the mass and energy around you. So let's take a moment to appreciate this mysterious force that we often take for granted.